here. And let's say this where our the Dax functions which is used with a two slicer, one with region and other with year actually. And you can see this total sales, right? It's showing as a 2 million. And if you see the total sales of 2 million, you can see what we did is we are just showing only the sum of sales of all sales from the super source data, right? I'm not selecting either any one of the value from region slicer or year slicer. Okay. See, if I'm selecting the year slicer, I can able to see this year slicer is getting impacted by this, right? So let's say, let me put here, for understanding. Let me put this thing here. You can see here, right? So let me drag this section. This 2 billion, right? You can see 2 million, right? So I'm just taking this region filter here. Let's say this is a region filter, right? And let me populate. This is a region filter. Let me take this actually. You can see the value, right? This is the region. This is sum of sales. The total is 229 actually, which is 2 million, nothing but. So what if before I'm selecting any of the value, it is all region, I would say. This is all region, right? All region by total size, 2 million. If I'm selecting central, what would be my value for this card actually? Central, see, it is 501k, you can see here, right? So what if I'm selecting one more value, which is nothing but 1 million, right? If I'm selecting south, you can see 1.5, which is near to 2 million. If I'm selecting here, this would be my thing. So this is nothing but all actually. Without selecting all, I'm just doing this, right? So the other thing what we can do is with the same region filter, what if happen if I'm just pulling on this east region actually. If I'm just pulling on the east region, you can see the 69k and 114k. If I'm selecting the east region, this 69k, 11k, there won't be any change here actually. Why? Because we need to understand how it is actually implemented, right? For this, I'm just using this 629k, right? 629k. This is nothing but there is a difference here is this is 679k, which is a total sales of East region actually. And this is meant for the same total sales East region with the shipment node as a first class actually, right? And you just have concentrate on this. Let's say this is the card actually, total East, right? If we just look into the total East, what we made it, how we made the formula is we just calculate the total sales, which is nothing but sum of sales, and that the region is filtered over here. The region equal to East actually. And my slicer is on East actually. So I'm getting 6779k. And this is predominantly sum of sales actually. The sum of sales previously it was 2 million, right? Now it was 67k. Because of that sum of sales, the 2 million is now get filtered with a region slicer equal to East. So this part is only the DAX calculation only for East, but this part is impacted due to the slicer that I am selecting as 69k. Now you can see that this is nothing but sum of sales together for the region East actually. This is a direct formula. And here In the 69K, you can see, right? This is 69K, you can see, right? And this is nothing but one more level filter data 69K. And this is 11K because again, this 69K is splitted with multiple shipment board, first class, second class, third class, like that. So this 11K is a part of 69K, right? And you can see here the formula for the shipment mode is what I did is this is for only East and this is for with the shipment code as a first class. That's it. Now, now you can see the magic actually. So as soon as if I'm changing from east to south, what happens? Let's say my expectation is this and this will be same. And if I'm just changing from east to south, I can see this 69K won't make any changes actually because my formula I directly restrict with the sales with east actually, right? But here you can see 29K, this is sum of sales by south. If I'm just putting here, it is 69K. But this is pertaining only for the east region, and this is pertaining only for the east region with regard to shipment. So as soon as I change from east to south, I'm able to 69K here. This is only east, and you can see the shipment code here. You can see, right? It is nothing but uh, you can see the shipment code here. What happened is the region is not an east, so that's the reason. If I'm making a filter here, see, and this is 114 4K. This is 69K. This won't be any change, but when you see this formula, if I'm just making other than yeast, right? If I'm making a filter here, that makes a difference actually. If it is not other than the first class, it will be always shown as a blank actually. You can see, right? This 114, the 114K and this 114K, you can see how the formula make a difference is that here I'm using the US sales shipment mode as a first class. So this 11 core will be keep it won't change. It will be keep it as is irrespective of whatever the filter that you are doing here. When I'm using a filter, let's say here the same function, I'm using a filter here. So if I'm using a filter, if the criteria, the condition is satisfying, then only it will show. Otherwise, it will show as a blank. So this is the differences between what happen when you apply a calculate function with filter or without filter. So this is thing I would like to show here actually. And let select here, okay, and let what you can see. This is a region, right? And this region now what I am supposed to do is let me try with the year here, right? Let me try with the year and right now for time being and just remove the region here, right? It is 2 million. See what if I am selecting a value, let's say 2001, right? If I'm selecting 2001 in my visualization, what if happened, right? Okay, let's see this. If I'm selecting 2001, it is 484K. But here you can see, right? It is 2 million. Why? You have a question, right? 2 million. Let's see why it is 2 million. Even if I'm selecting anything, right? Any other year, the 2 million, right? You can see, right? There is a change here. The total sales because of these selections, right? And you can see 608K, 608K. And whereas with regard to this formula, right? 06. Why it was not changing? Because you can see, right? I mention all. If I mention all, for this year, what irrespective of whatever the year that you selected, the filter, the slicer won't make any differences of the 2 million. That's what the the purpose of all. Here, whatever a slicer that I'm selecting, either a region together with a year also, this 2 million will be same. You can't see any differences because of this our formula. We made it actually with 2 million, right? And there is one more thing. You can see all time, all regions. Here it is to 9k. Let's see what is that. So what is the difference between 2 million 392k here? Let's see here. Here, what we made is, here we made actually only for the year, only for the year actually. Let's say 29k, 392k, how you are getting us. We made all not for the region actually, only for the year actually. You can see, right? 2 million. So this is only for this 2 million is only for this year actually, right? And this is for year along together with the region. So that's what we need to know. There is one more card. Let I will explain here. This is what keep formula. Let's say we do have a keep formula, keep filter actually. Let we discuss here. Just a second. So if you see here, what if I'm introducing keep, which is opposite to your thing actually, the keep function, right? So if you see here the keep function, let me introduce here the keep function. This is 18k, key filter will be 18k. So if I'm just clicking on the key filter, what the formula is it actually? So when you're placing all, what happen is you will see you will see only whatever the slicer that I'm applied on the region won't make any differences. When I'm saying keep filter, it will keep filter only for the east. It won't keep your filter any other than value. What if it will display a null here? So once based on the east, then only it will show the it will keep your filter to show 181. Irrespective of any other region other than this, it will be a blank. So this would be differences between keep and all actually. I hope this presentation will help you